Yo. Hello, hello. Oops, I can hear myself twice. Ooh. There. Hello, hello. How are you all doing? This fine. What is it today? Thursday afternoon where I am. How are you? How are you? Do you like my new intro thing? So for those who were able to catch yesterday's surprise stream, hello, working? Oh, it is a Thursday, so you should be working. Let me be your background noise, your white ASMR noise. Yeah. I made some changes to the intro and everything else. Also some small layout changes. I made a new logo, quote unquote. I need some work, I think, but you know, should be fine. For the longest time, my little logo banner thing said sensei with like the Japanese SEI spelling, not the pun sensei spelling. That's been rectified, and also with the kanji for Muteki included. And still I'm working on a few more things. Thank you, very smooth, thank you. I try. I have a few more things I'm working on, like reactive PNGs and whatnot, so that if I have people joining the stream, some guests, some collabs and stuff, we can have a little bit more, you know, a little bit more interaction, a little bit more engagement, I guess. Those are coming soon. Still working on them. One of the things that I want to do for this stream is to try and see how much I can do just by myself. Like, not probably to the most polished extent, but you know, some acceptable level. See how much of it I can do solo before I maybe commission someone else to make stuff for me, you know? Just want to see how far I can push what I know how to do, you know? Yeah. So, for today's stream, we'll be opening 2 packs of AFR. Magic the Gathering Dungeons & Dragons Adventures in the Forgotten Realms. One of the 2 D&D sets. I think last time we opened a Dungeons & Dragons set, we opened Baldur's Gate. Was that Baldur's Gate? Not sure if that was also AFR. Definitely will be opening AFR today. So, yeah, let's head on over to the pack opening screen. Say hello to Yargle. Yargle, Glutton of Urborg. Not the most powerful card in the world, but like very notorious for like spawning meme-ish EDH builds, commander builds. 5 to cast Frog Spirit, legendary Frog Spirit, yeah. That's basically a 9/3 and nothing else. It's just a 9/3 Frog Spirit. It doesn't do anything else. When Belzen Locke's lieutenant Yarkul grew too ambitious, the demon lord transformed him into a maggot. The frog that ate the maggot grew and grew until a ravenous spirit burst from its body. I think that implies that Yargle started out as a demon of some sort, which was turned into a maggot, which was eaten by a frog, and the frog in turn ate and ate and ate until it became Yargle. So Yarkul became Yargle. Using Yargle today as my placeholder. So, let me get Yargle out of the way. There's off. Yeah, so like I said, we'll be opening 2 packs of AFR. Cards that we want to hit. We want to get... I really would love to get old Gnawbone. Easily the most expensive card in the set. I want to get Gnawbone both for the price and for the fact that it makes a bunch of treasure tokens, which is always good. I can always find a green deck that could use more acceleration, I guess. Pump out even larger creatures. Also, Head and Shoulders, the most expensive, like I said, card in the set. It's $43. $43 just for the basic version of old Gnawbone. Apart from that, I also want to get Tiamat. Tiamat is another dragon. Legendary dragon. Could be nice to have. It's just also flavorful, Tiamat is. Then, also want to hit Treasure Vault. Treasure Vault is a land, and I like this land because I have a deck that actually needs a Treasure Vault. I just couldn't justify buying a Treasure Vault by itself just for that use. Does Tiamat let you do AoE damage too? If we pull later, we could check, but I'm checking now. Tiamat here... Oh! This is how you know. This is how you know that I am still not at 100% because I just got that pun. No, Tiamat doesn't do splash damage, but it does get you more dragons, so there's that. Just notice the murky scrolling at the bottom of the screen. It's a little hard to read. The colors are kind of the same. Okay, I see. I'll fix that. Actually, why not? I can fix that now. Maybe I remove the gradient and I just make it pink. Like this. Oops. Is that better? Should be better now. Should be more readable. Because it's just purely pink. Thank you for that. Should be better, right? Yeah. Nice. I'm thinking of just making all of the text pink actually and not like with this weird gradient. I just like the 2 colors and I can't decide which one to use. So all of the texts will have like 2 colors. Kala ko colorblind na naman ako. Oh no. Yeah, that was my bad. I just couldn't decide which color to pick. So my 2 favorite colors, obviously, as you can tell, it's pink and purple. I love those 2 colors and I love them in combination. And so, as maybe you can tell from the intro a while ago, everything's all pink and purple and stuff. I just associate pink and purple with like the cosmos, but also like a mystic version of the cosmos. It's just nice. Yeah. It's good for the other text, just not against. Okay, got it. Thank you for that feedback. Pink on purple is good. Okay. Thank you. So, where was I? Kaya ka ba nag-Twitch because it's purple? Not gonna lie, played a little bit of a role in the decision. Not gonna lie. Associate pink and purple with this thing my friends call Aqua Delirium. Aqua Delirium. Is that something I could safely search online or? What is it? Google search didn't actually show me anything conclusive. It's a a homebrew campaign. I see. Bakit parang brand name para sa tubig? If that was a brand name for water, I probably wouldn't buy that because delirium. I don't want to get delirium when I drink water. Cool name for a homebrew campaign though, not gonna lie. Oh, so a little bit of a trivia for those of you who are familiar with D&D or, also a DM of sorts. This set was meant to be, as you can tell, Dungeons and Dragons like themed. Well, this is not trivia anymore. This is more opinion, I guess. But they didn't quite hit all of the D&D design beats with this set. I don't think. I think there were some very, very questionable decisions, like especially since Wizards of the Coast isn't D&D also technically under Wizards of the Coast? Is it? It is, right? Especially since both IPs are under Wizards of the Coast, D&D and Magic. It's kind of surprising that they made these weird decisions with how certain characters will be represented in this set. Not my favorite. Oh, somebody messaged me. Oops, sorry. Not my favorite in terms of flavor, but in terms of the cards, I think there were some very good powerhouse cards here. Great for Commander, great for the format that I play. But I guess it's no surprise that it's not a very popular set. Baldur's Gate was more popular than this, I think. I don't know. Although I think either one didn't get as much popularity. I saw this recent video. I haven't watched the video yet. I just saw the thumbnail, right? I saw this most recent video of Pleasant Kenobi on YouTube, talking about how the two D&D sets were set up to fail, and I kind of sort of agreed just from that surface level sentiment, just from seeing the thumbnail, because AFR felt rushed to me, and Baldur's Gate was released right before Double Masters, which coincidentally will be opening one booster of Double Masters on Saturday when we wind down after a few games of Monster Hunter or whatnot. We could also just open it today if we have time. But anyway, it was set right before Double Masters, and Double Master sets. This is the second Double Master set. They tend to drum up more interest, I think. Like, for example, the most recent the most recent Double Master set had much awaited, highly anticipated reprints of cards like Vidalcan Orrery, which is something that a lot of Commander players would really like to get their hands on. It also has reprints of what else did they reprint there? They reprinted Concordant Crossroads there, another old card that has spiked in price. Very powerful effect, I think, giving everything on the board haste, meaning they can attack, they can use their abilities, whatever, the turn they come into play, right? They reprinted all of that on the set that came after Baldur's Gate. So obviously, and since the spoiler season, if I remember correctly, the spoiler season of Double Masters, I think if I recall correctly, the unofficial leaks started coming out even before AFR was, not AFR, Baldur's Gate was released. So obviously, if you have these highly coveted reprints coming in the next set, why would I buy Baldur's Gate? So kind of sad though, because Baldur's Gate also has some very, very powerful cards for Commander. So yeah, Wizards should just chill. Should have a little bit of chill. They're releasing sets like almost every other month now, and it's really hard to keep up. They should chill. It feels like where we are now, in terms of the releases of sets, this has been the longest time since I have not been aware of any new spoilers being released for the next set. Like, there were initial spoilers, but then kind of a lull. Either that or I just have not paid attention because it's way too much to keep track of. Hello, Paul. Hello. Nice that you could join the stream. Thank you for joining the stream. Let me try, actually, one thing that I wanted to try. Let me try shouting you out. I set up the command. I just don't know if it'll work. Let me see. And make sure I don't misspell your name. I'm just gonna copy paste. Oh my gosh. Will that work now? No, the command still doesn't work. It doesn't work yet. I was pretty sure it doesn't work yet. We need to work on that. Yeah. No problem. No, it's not Stream Elements. Nightbot. I'm using Nightbot for it. I made a custom shoutout command on Nightbot. Made sure to make Nightbot mod for the stream, but it still doesn't work. Yeah, Nightbot. Nightbot has custom commands. I did. The command is /mod Nightbot, right? I'm pretty sure I already modded Nightbot. Okay, sorry, we're doing some on-the-fly debugging, something you shouldn't do as a programmer. Don't debug on the fly. Unfortunately, Twitch doesn't have. See, it's already moderator. I don't know if you can see that, but it's on my end. It says moderator of this channel. Maybe, yeah. Also, debug on the land. As opposed to on the fly. maybe on the water we could debug too, no? Imagine debugging. Yeah, so where was I? Yeah. So commander sets, magic sets. Sim Elements has been doing that for me also. No text popping up, but the random clip plays. I see. I think I do need to like spend a bit more time setting it up. I don't know if you can notice, Paul, however, but I made some interesting changes to the stream. Wanna see the intro? Wanna see my new intro? I made some like new intros and stuff. I'm proud of my new intro. Wanna see it before we get on to opening packs? I'll show you. Look. Well, intro. It's cool, right? That's cool, right? Hey, I worked on that. I said a while ago at the start of the stream. Let me get back to the other view. So, at the start of the stream, I did say I want to try and make as much of the stuff as possible. I thought it was a random deep narration voice as part of the intro. Hey, that means I could pretend to be one of those deep voiced narrators. Give me something to say. What should I say in a deep intro narrator voice? No. Sensei ASMR. No. I don't have a proper gear. I don't have the ASMR mic. So yeah, I wanted to say at the top of the stream. Oh gosh, Osmanthus wine, really? Let's look at it. Let's find the entire Osmanthus wine line rate later. So I said at the top of the stream I wanted to make as much of this by myself as possible. Not saying that I don't need help. I definitely do. I have asked for help several times from you, Paul, and from everyone else. But I just want to see how much of this stream setup I can do by myself. Eventually, I might start commissioning actual proper artists. Oh wow, you actually looked it up. Okay. Let's do this. Let me just get some more. Not gonna be able to do it the same way Zhongli does, but let's try. Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember, but where are those who share the memories? It's hard to copy somebody else's like tone, you know. Hey girly, hey girly, is right? Hey girly. Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember, but where are those who share the memories? Hey girly, are you Osmanthus wine? Why? Oh, is that something I could get banned for? Oh no. Oh no. I just thought of something not good. Let's not go there. I'm not sure, but I wanted to play it safe. Okay. Sure. Do you mind PMing it on my other Discord account just in case? Oh no, I've been clipped. That's now gonna start showing up on shoutouts. No! What type of packs are we opening here? Okay. I didn't. Oh, okay. So I think Discord automatically went streamer mode, so I don't get no tips. Okay, good. Let me see. What is this? That's what I had in mind too. Hello, Panda. Let me. Okay, even though it doesn't work, I'm gonna do it anyway. Because that's the type of upstanding citizen I am. Even though it doesn't work, I do it anyway. Even though taxes doesn't work. Even though what else doesn't work? I do it anyway because I'm an upstanding citizen of the Philippines. I'm gonna make it work at some point. I don't know why it's not working. The commands aren't working. Shoutouts to Panda, shoutouts to Paul, shoutouts to whoever else is in the chat. Does that work? That works, right? That's good. Okay, are we good? Where is my mouse though? I keep pulling my mouse to my other screen. I can't find it. My OBS chat is not caught up yet. I don't know why. Okay. What do you say? Should we start opening these packs? Or are we opening a different kind of pack? Let's open these packs. Oh, unlike what was that we opened last time? Unlike Jumpstart, you don't get another plastic like container inside, so you only get one ASMR per pack. Yeah, you only get one of these. And then this one, since I don't really mind, I can just open this by hand. Oh, that works. Ew. Manual shoutout. Wait, how did that work? Oh, did you type it like on your own? I see. Oops, shoot. I almost saw the token. Yeah. There's the pack. This is a set booster also. So since it's a set booster, we will get some sort of theme per pack. We also get art cards. So, hey. Let me turn my zoom in on. Oops. I think this goes front to back, and then the last card is a token. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start with the art card first, and then I'm gonna show you the token, and then we'll work from front to back. Okay? Excuse me. Oh gosh. Can I show this art card? Now this is not really as convoluted as the Pokemon card trick where you do 2 to the back and such. I'll just show the token because the token is so the rare, mythic rare, whatever. It's at the very end of the pack, and then right after that is the token. Now sometimes the very end of the pack will not be a mythic rare or what. It could just be a foil. In that case, then we'll just have an unsatisfying ending to the pack, I guess. But I'll go through the token anyway, because I'll show the token anyway before I go to the rare, mythic rare, or whatever is at the back. Here's the art card. It's supposed to be contact other plane. Make of it as you will, I guess. The art, I'm gonna put it like this, I guess. This is how it's supposed to be viewed. I mean, I know that's meant to be an eyeball, but you know what? Let's not take a look at that for too long. We don't want any wrong ideas. Instead, let's look at the very pretty token. Fairy Dragon. And I figured another thing with my camera, right? So apart from autofocus, it's also setting it not the white balance. I think the exposure is also auto. So this was why I had to like keep using my hand to cast a shadow to cover the light. So now that I've figured that one out, I should not need to do that anymore. Is that Sauron's second brother twice removed? Who? The one in the picture? The one in the art card? This one? Okay. No, I'm not gonna show that anymore. Get your minds out of the gutters, please. Or maybe I'm the only one who should get my mind out of the gutter. But that still is kind of sus. Anyway. Fairy Dragon, right? Look at the nice art of this. Look at the... It's another one of those, right? Where... How do artists even think about what colors to use? Because Fairy Dragon is like purely blue, right? It's just nice blue. Sensei, why? I don't want to answer that question. It's nice and blue. But then look at the red like line running from the chin all the way to the chest of the dragon, right? Like, I like also how it blends and how it makes sense. Of course, that's probably the thinnest region of the neck of the dragon, and so the undercolor red might show through. It's nice. How do you even think about these color combinations? You know, when I was preparing illustrations for a project and I try to be quote-unquote an artist, I would also sometimes like randomly, what if we put a green here, even if it doesn't make sense? And yeah, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. And so I'm still not sure how artists just think of, oh, green would be perfect here. I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's not trial and error. I'm pretty sure there's method to that madness, but like just thinking about what color to use is amazing. I really like that the flavor text is just flying. No. Okay, hold on. That's not the flavor text. That's a keyword. That's a keyword. The flying, that's a keyword. Yeah. That's a keyword, not the flavor text. Flavor text would be italicized, right? It'll be italicized. I'll show you one later because the lands in this set have DM prompts, and those prompts are flavor text. This one is not. This is actually a keyword. It tells you that this dragon flies. It's not a dragonfly. This dragon can fly. So it's a flying dragon. I thought the creator got bored, decided F it, flying. No. So in Magic, right? In Magic, we have what we call ability keywords. These are effects that were just how do you say that? They were condensed into a single keyword, so you could fit more effects in a card, right? So I know somebody in the chat made a card game for their project, and I kept telling you about, oh, maybe you could just turn this into an icon or something. It's the same concept. You take what could be a very long description of an effect and you condense it into either a single icon or a single word. Make it as flavorful, as thematic as possible, so you don't even have to think about the effect. It just hits you. Oh, this guy is flying. So flying, the effect simply is it can only be blocked by other creatures with flying, right? So when it attacks, it can only be blocked by other creatures with flying. Who could it be? I hope it's a Poggers game. I heard it's a Poggers game. I hope it's I heard it's a fan favorite. The one with the demon that became a maggot. That was favorite text. Yes. So the one with, yeah, so this guy Yargle. The text is italicized, right? So that's flavor text. It doesn't do anything for the card. It doesn't have any impact on gameplay. Think of it like comments in a computer program if you're a programmer. It's like comments in a computer program. It's literally just there to add a little bit of lore, to give you a sneak peek into the story behind the cards, more than what the art shows you, more than what the name, more than what any of the functional elements of the card would show you. So yeah, that's flavor text. This one, that's a keyword. It's literally flying. I wonder if this is one of those double-faced. No, it's not double-faced. Back of the token is just Commander Cube and every format in between. It's just a promotion. Another card with flavor text is the next card in the pack, which is just the basic swamp, right? It's just a basic swamp. It's a basic land swamp. Produces black mana when you tap it. Flavor text says... I can't read it from my... is it too sharp na? As a plague ravages the world above, you've made your way into the Underdark in search of a fungal panacea. Panacea? 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 Panacea is cure-all, right? That's what it's supposed to stand for. Or that's what that's what it is. Panacea, cure-all. Pancreas. Hope you don't want to eat somebody's pancreas. That's a sad anime, by the way. I don't know if you've seen that anime, but it's a sad anime. What's the full title of that? I want to eat your pancreas? That's the full title of that, right? Am I misremembering the title? Something along those lines. I want to eat your pancreas. Yes, it's a 2018 romance drama that's super sad, very depressing. It does have a funny name. It does have a funny title. One of the improvements to the stream I want to do is I wanna make some sort of extension or app or something that allows me to just type some keyword and then the image will show on screen. I don't know how I'm gonna do it yet. I feel like it might require some server know-how, whatever, or maybe I'll find an extension, an existing widget, so that whenever I say something like, oh, I want to eat your pancreas, I can just search up the picture and put it on stream. I don't have to like do it all on OBS. Like, it'll just show up. One of these days I'll work on that, see what I can do with that. But yeah, there's your swamp and there's your DM prompt. Next card. Oh, what? How does this work? Okay, next card is Faraday, Devil's Chosen. It's a 3/3 legendary creature Tiefling Warlock for 2 blue and red, so 4 mana value, 4 converted mana cost. It's an uncommon with the effect Dark One's Own Luck. Whenever you roll 1 or more dice, Faraday Devil's Chosen gains flying and menace until end of turn. If any of those results were 10 or higher, draw a card. Should really work in one of those die rolling decks. Ever since D&D, we've got a bunch of EDH decks that want to just roll D20s. This would be perfect in them. Flying and menace makes it effectively unblockable. It will be really tough to block. You'd need at least 2 flying creatures. And rolling a 10 or higher, drawing a card, not bad. Especially in the deck that probably would be rolling D20s all over the place. Yeah. Pretty cool. I mean, not exactly a build around, I don't think. Is the card draw... Because it's the card draw, right, that you would build around this. Not really the flying, not really the menace, although I'm sure those are very relevant, very effective combat keywords. But it's the card draw that you would most likely be building around for Faraday. Because it's the only effect that's repeatable per turn. Like, it doesn't matter if you gain flying or menace twice. You're still just getting 1 instance of flying, 1 instance of menace. Or, I think you'll get multiple instances, but they don't stack. So, yeah. Maybe not enough to be a build around, but perfectly serviceable as one of the 99 cards in your deck. Pretty okay. Pretty mid. Next card is Minimus Containment. Minimus Containment is an enchantment aura for 2 and a white that reads Enchant non-land permanent. Enchanted permanent is a treasure artifact. What the heck, really? With tap, sacrifice this artifact, add 1 mana of any color, and loses all other abilities. That is actually pretty good. Like, put that on a creature that you want eliminated, that creature just becomes a treasure. The art even shows like a... What is that? Like a person trapped inside a diamond. The person literally became a treasure. And then the opponent can just cash in the treasure for mana at any point. But yeah. This reminds me of one of White's more powerful removal spells in Commander. I forgot the name of the card. It escapes me right now, but it's the enchantment for 1 and a white that says enchanted creature gains indestructible and becomes a 0/1 insect creature token with no abilities. These types of removal spells are fantastic in Commander because at least you can temporarily disable somebody's commander, right? This one is not as effective because then the person could just sacrifice their commander for mana and then get it back later. But these types of effects where it turns one of your opponent's creatures into something else that has no abilities, for me, is a more effective removal than just straight up destroy target creature or whatever, or exile target creature. Also kind of flexible because you could use this on your own creature too, although I don't see any reason why you would do that. Maybe if you're actually in dire need of a treasure token, you could do this. Yeah, not bad. Not like the best. Not a must include in white decks, but not bad either. I like it. Next card is Herald of Hadar. Is a 4 and a black for a 4/4 human warlock creature that has Circle of Death. That's the name of the ability, Circle of Death. So one other thing with the D&D sets, I don't know if I touched on this the last time I opened the D&D set, is that unlike other Magic sets where they'll just put the ability there and that's it, D&D sets would name or would keyword their abilities. So in this case, Circle of Death is the name of Herald of Hadar's ability. Not that any other card would refer to Circle of Death, I don't think, or any of the other abilities. Maybe they do. I have not seen the full spoiler for the D&D sets. But yeah, it's just nice and flavorful because hey, this is a D&D set. By the way, if you can hear construction going on in the background, apologies. I don't know why there's construction again. It's pretty random. Some days they will do something, some days they won't. Oh, that's pretty loud though. What are they dragging outside? It's like they're dragging like a bunch of scrap metal. What's up? I hope that's not like being picked up by my microphone though. So anyway, let's read the rest of the ability. Circle of Death. For 5 and a black, you roll a d20. If the result is 1 to 9, each opponent loses 2 life and you gain 2 life. Drain and gain. Not bad. If you... Oh, sorry. No. 1 and a 9, each opponent loses 2 life. Then 10 to 19, each opponent loses 2 life and you gain 2 life. So 10 to 19 is drain and gain. 1 to 9 is just drain. Then finally, if you roll a not 20, if you roll a 20, a critical roll, each opponent loses 2 life and you gain 2 life and you create 2 treasure tokens. For a deck that's focused on rolling d20s, this could be good. 4 in a black is a steep price to pay for a card that doesn't have an immediate effect. Normally, if your card costs 5 and above, you want it to have some sort of immediate effect. But since you can only use its ability the next turn, most likely if you play it, unless you play it and you already have what, like 11 mana ready, which is kind of unlikely. You'll have to wait until the next turn to use its ability. And with a random effect like, okay, they'll lose 2 life only and you're not guaranteed the 2 treasure tokens. Oh my god, I think they're using an angle grinder or something. Sorry about that. I don't know how to... I'm not sure if there's any other way I could minimize the noise. Right? What are they doing outside? Apologies for that. Apologies. Poor Herald of Hadar, right? We're talking about the card and then all of a sudden angle grinder noises. I can try reducing the gain a little bit, but yeah, I think it's okay as long as... Let's see. Let's wait for... Will it happen again? Will it happen again? Come on. Will it happen again? If I don't talk, then it doesn't pick up the angle grinder noise. Maybe I should just not talk, no? Just kidding. How can I do that? Anyway, that's it for Herald of Hadar. Let's go to the next card. Next card is Dawnbringer Cleric. 1 in a white for a 1/3 human cleric that says, whenever Dawnbringer Cleric enters the battlefield, choose 1. Choose 1. Either you cure wounds and you gain 2 life, dispel magic, destroy target enchantment, or gentle repose, exile target card from a graveyard. Now, this is an effect that I want. These effects are kind of underrated, but stapling some interesting, powerful, not really powerful, but like useful utility effects. Stapling useful utility effects on a body, on a 1/3 creature, just makes it, in my opinion, more powerful because creatures inherently can end the game, right? A spell that just says destroy target enchantment, that cannot end the game. But a 1/3 creature, if given the opportunity, could end the game. Granted, in 20 hits in a normal game of Magic or 40 hits in a game of Commander, but still, a 1/3 creature has the ability to end the game. It could also be useful in other ways, blocking opponents' creatures, for example. So, and then on top of that, oh my god, that's really loud. Where are they? Are they not aware that there are people living near where they're doing their stuff? Anyway, so stapling useful utility effects on a creature and then giving some degree of flexibility because you get to choose actually is a very good effect. Yeah. So probably not gonna be the most fantastic card in any deck, but a card that I could see tutoring up, searching for, hoping to get when I'm just desperately looking for a disenchant effect, or maybe I just want to get rid of a card from a graveyard. Not bad. And it's actually cheap too. 1 in a white, 2 to cast. That's very cheap. Next card is a land. It's Temple of Tiamat, Temple of the Dragon Queen. It's a land. Interestingly, not legendary. Although I think there's a reason why they don't make so many legendary lands anymore. As Temple of the Dragon Queen enters the battlefield, you may reveal a dragon card from your hand. Temple of the Dragon Queen enters the battlefield tapped, unless you revealed a dragon card this way, or you control a dragon. So it cares about dragons. Either you reveal a dragon from your hand, so good early game play. Play it early. Most dragons in Magic cost like a bunch of mana, so you play the Temple of Dragon Queen, show your dragon from your hand, or if you already have a dragon in play, you don't even need to reveal a dragon. The Temple of the Dragon Queen enters the battlefield, choose a color, and then add 1 mana of chosen color. So it's color fixing for dragon decks. Pretty useful, I would say. If you're running a dragon deck, I wouldn't say it's a must include. I think it's you can consider it highly when you're building a full dragon deck. If it's just a monocolor dragon deck though, probably skip Temple of the Dragon Queen. But if you're running multiple color dragon deck, Temple of Dragon Queen is serviceable. It's not Ancient Ziggurat or something, which is another color fixing land. But yeah, it'll do. Next card. Ooh, speaking of dragons, next card is the Green Dragon. Oh yeah, in the D&D set, the first D&D set, we saw a set of colored dragons, Green Dragon, Red Dragon. The others are not. For example, let me look this up. Oops. Green Dragon Cycle D&D AFR. Yeah. So we have the Green Dragon here, which I'll read in a bit. But we also have I don't think it's all like Green Dragon, Blue Dragon, Red Dragon. I don't know if the White Dragon is actually called the White Dragon and the Black Dragon is called the Black Dragon. I think they changed the names of those. I don't remember. Maybe I'm misremembering. Maybe I'm remembering the ancient versions. Because in the Baldur's Gate set, they released another set of colored dragons. This time they're ancient versions, and those are powerful and expensive cards. So yeah, Green Dragon. It's a 4 green and green, so 6 converted mana cost for a 4/4 dragon with, once again, flying. And we know what flying does. It can't be blocked by other creatures except with creatures with flying. And for its ability, it has a Poison Breath. Are you done? I think they're done. Maybe they're not. I'm not sure. Are they done? I'm not sure. Maybe if I whisper to the microphone like this, it won't pick up the construction noises, or I'll be louder. Poison Breath. When Green Dragon enters the battlefield until end of turn, whenever a creature an opponent controls is dealt damage, destroy it. Loud, loud, loud. Green dragons take special pleasure in corrupting the good-hearted. So interesting about this, the interesting thing about this card, green cards don't normally get evil sounding flavor text. Often either it's neutral or it's kind of good. In the back of Magic cards, you'll see the color wheel. And green is actually right beside white. And white traditionally is, although not always, white traditionally is the good color in Magic. So it being adjacent means it must be also kind of good. Although green is also associated with nature. So sometimes we just get nature-y flavor text. Or it might show some quote-unquote evil, but really it's just because nature is kind of wild, right? And there's some wild stuff happening in nature. Very rarely do we find flavor text that describes something cruel, like the green dragon, for example. Special pleasure in corrupting the good-hearted. Yeah. That doesn't happen very often. Next card. We're down to our last 4 after this. We're getting closer to our rarer mythic. Next card is Wandering Troubadour. Troubadour. Wandering Troubadour is a 3 and a green for a Dragon Bard, a 4/2 Dragon Bard, that says at the beginning of your end step, if you had a land enter the battlefield under your control this turn, venture into the dungeon. We have already talked about venture mechanics a couple of streams ago. We even had a guest come over and tell us about a venture into the dungeon combo. I have not tried it yet personally, so I can't say if it's actually like super overpowered or whatever. I think it's just fine. Some people say it's OP. I just think it's an interesting mechanic to staple additional small effects on either creatures or other big effects. Because you're not getting the same effect over and over, like drawing an extra card or creating a treasure token. It's kind of different each time you venture. Flavor text. There's a new ballad waiting to be born around every corner. I really like the idea of dragons with professions in D&D. Like dragon mages, dragon bards. That'd be humanoid like this wandering troubadour. I don't know, it's just interesting to me, right? Like seeing this goofy but intimidating looking dragon playing, what is that? Playing some instrument on the streets. Dragon bard. Next card is You Hear Something on Watch. It's a 1 in a white instant that says choose one. Rouse the party. Creatures you control gain +1/+1 until end of turn. Or set off traps. This spell deals 5 damage to target attacking creature. It's just a common instant. +1/+1 until end of turn, that's fine. We've seen this effect before. At converted mana cost of 2, it's fine. Normally we see converted mana cost of 3 and it gives +2/+2 or +2/+0. A card that represents your anxiety. Must have been the wind. Yeah. I think it's a perfectly serviceable card. I wouldn't be going out of my way to slot it into any of my decks. I still prefer the other guy a while ago, Dawnbringer Cleric. The 2 effects aren't super powerful. Like 5 damage to attacking creature, sure, that could get rid of a lot of creatures. But there's just so many ways to prevent damage, I think, that maybe in a more controlled, limited format, this is powerful, but if you have access to all cards in Magic, I'm not sure. I think it's fine. Like I said, I wouldn't consider it a staple or anything. I wouldn't be cutting a card from any of my existing mono white decks just to run this card, but it's serviceable. Probably made for limited. Next card, and this card feels thick. What is it? No, maybe it's just me. Next card though. It is Moon Blessed Cleric. Moonblessed Cleric is a human elf cleric for 2 and a white. That's a 3/2 that reads Divine Intervention. When Moonblessed Cleric enters the battlefield, you may search your library for an enchantment card, reveal it, and shuffle and put that card on top. It's an enlightened shooter on a creature. It's not an instant, unlike enlightened shooter, so it loses out in that regard. But it being a creature, it will not be on the same level as enlightened shooter. I don't think enlightened shooter is super powerful, but it's okay. It's okay. It does the job, I guess. Searching for an enchantment, maybe one of your game-winning pieces in a deck that's built around enchantments. Yeah, it's okay. It's good. And it's also a 3/2 body, so it trades well. It trades well in combat. What's the flavor text? I can't read it from that far. Oh, that's Selûne. Selûne guides her devotees with majestic wisdom and grace. What are those little stars on her like scale? They look like biscuits, like glowing biscuit. Imagine if those are just glowing biscuits. Is Paul still here? Paul, help me out. Do you remember my super old D&D character? Do you remember Clemency? Clemency the Sour? Remember what's the name of my? I don't remember the name of my favorite spell. The one that like I cast at random and it's actually super powerful. I think it's called Light or something, where whatever you touch suddenly glows. And since I run it all the time, for whatever reason, it actually ends up being helpful. Like, there was one encounter where we were fighting a bunch of skeleton zombies or something, or skeletons and zombies. I'm not sure if it's a skeleton zombie or a bunch of skeletons and a bunch of zombies. But what I would do is I would like sneak around and cast light on each of them, or I forgot what it's called. I forgot the name of the spell. But it would actually make all of the enemies glow in the dark. And so all of our party members would have extra, what is that? Like extra, I forgot what it's called, but you get like critical hits or something easier because they're glowing and you can easily aim at them in the dark. I don't know how much of a wrench that throws into the plans of our DM back then. But that was really funny in my brain. Like, imagine fighting a horde of glowing zombies. I miss playing as Clemency. Clemency the Sour. No one gets the pun? No one gets the pun? Aww. Clemency. Clemency the Sour. Let's move on. I don't know if that's something. Nagdala ko ng steak to a vampire fight. Oh, I thought when you meant nagdala ng steak, you meant like an actual piece of beef. Oh, yeah, that's what you meant because you spelled it steak, right? How did it go? Did you just have a barbecue in the middle of the fight? In the middle of the vampire fight? You brought the wrong kind of steak. Luto siya. Okay. I mean, because it was a fire. Hey. You get XP and you get food to eat after. Was it well done or was it still raw afterwards? Next card. Ooh, we got Delina. Delina Wild Mage. Delina kasi. Tagal-tagal eh. Delina. Delina Wild Mage is a 3 and a red for a 3/2 Elf Shaman, legendary creature Elf Shaman that says whenever Delina Wild Mage attacks, choose target creature you control, then roll a d20. On a result of 1 to 14, create a tapped and attacking token that's a copy of the creature, except it's not legendary, and it has exile this creature at the end of combat. Then for 15 to 20, if there's also 15 to 20, create one of those tokens, then roll again. So you do the same effect, and then you can roll again. And you can net... if you're lucky, you could get several copies of the same creature tapped and attacking. I actually already have this card, and it's in the deck. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna show you why I have it in that deck. So, Delina, I partner with this card. Varchild, Betrayer of Keldor. It's another one of my favorite decks, and it's a favorite not because it's particularly powerful, but for some reason it irritates somebody I know. And I don't know if the irritation is well-deserved or not, but it's funny that it does. So that's why it's now one of my favorite decks. So, Varchild, legendary creature, Human Knight for 2 and a red, and it's a 3/3. And it says whenever Varchild, Betrayer of Keldor, deals combat damage to a player. So if for example, if I attack you and it deals combat damage to you, depending on how much damage is dealt, you may create that many 1/1 red survivor creature token. Not me, you create. You're forced to create. So if I swing at you, it deals 3 damage to you, but in return you get 3 1/1 red survivor creature tokens. You get 3 creatures. What can those creatures do? Survivors your opponents control can't block, and they can't attack you or a planeswalker you control. So what it does is it encourages the opponent to attack other people, because those survivor tokens can't block anyway. They might as well just swing at someone, and then they can't swing at me because I control Varchild. Then last ability is plenty powerful too. When Varchild leaves the battlefield, gain control of all survivors. So what exactly happened then? This was not my commander back then. This was just one of the 99 in my mono red deck. And so I was playing against her, and she was at I think she was at 8 or something. It's low, but it's enough to survive like your normal burn spells in Magic that deals only 3 damage, sometimes 5 at most, but most of the time just deals 3 or 2 or something like that. So comfortable enough life total that I won't be able to win the game the next turn, right? I need to cast at least 3 damage burn spells. What I did have though was I had Varchild already swing like twice that entire game. So they already had like 6 survivor tokens. It was unblocked, so they had 6 survivor tokens. So at the end of my turn, at the end of their turn, right before turn is passed over to me, I casted the burn spell, and she was like, "Okay, cast the burn spell." And she thought I was aiming the burn spell at her, which would only deal 3 damage, which means she would still be at 5, and I will not be able to end the game next turn. I casted the burn spell on my own Varchild. It killed my Varchild, which means I gain control of 5 survivor tokens. That plus another burn spell I had in hand was enough to end the game. It screwed up combat math because she wasn't expecting me to target my burn spell on my own creature. So now, these sort of effects where you mess with other people because you give control of some of your permanents to them, or you give them permanents, this has become irritating for her. And I don't know, I just find it funny. So yeah, Varchild is what I combo with Delina, and the idea is every combat I try to make as many copies of Varchild as possible. Since the token copies are not legendary, they won't like die immediately. Because there's a rule in Magic where if a player controls more than one copy of a legendary creature of the same name, they would have to sacrifice enough of them so you only have one copy left, right? And since Delina doesn't make legendary copies, I can have as many Varchild copies in play, all swinging, all dealing damage, all producing survivor tokens. But at the end of turn, since the copies get exiled, they technically leave the battlefield. So I gain control of all of the survivors that were produced. So suddenly I have a horde of a bunch of survivor tokens. That's a strategy of the Varchild deck. It's pretty fun. Haven't really used it in, just like most of my other decks, I haven't used them in any real games yet because pandemic, you know, lockdown, you know, you can't just go out and play. I heard my name just now about D&D, but Twitch was stuck on connecting to chat for 10 years. Oh no! Do you remember my favorite spell? Clemency's favorite spell? I was asking if you still remember, that was several years ago. Clemency's favorite spell. The spell that made anything Clemency touches glow. Yeah, making random things glow. Yeah. What's it called? Is it like light or something? Which ended up being useful anyway because it allowed our rangers, our archers, to see where they're actually hitting. Dancing lights? Is it dancing lights? Okay. It made like I would make every enemy glow, so archers would have extra critical because they can see where they're actually aiming. But not that useful in stealth, yes. Agree. We have one final card in this pack. That was our rare, so this could either be a random foil that's kind of useless. This could be a mythic, or this could also be a card from the list, which is another totally different RNG altogether. Let's see what this is. It is... it's just a random foil. Clever Conjurer. Conjurer? It's 2 in a blue for a gnome wizard, a 2/3 gnome wizard that has Mage Hand. Untap target permanent, not named Clever Conjurer. Activate only as a sorcery. I am always happy to lend a hand. That's what Clever Conjurer says. Not bad. Untappers like this. There's a deck that's built around untappers and ping effects. Like tap to deal 1 damage to any target, you know, and then you just keep untapping them and you keep shooting permanents. Pet card of one of the what's his name? Josh Lee Kwai from the Command Zone podcast. Yeah. So this pack, not the best. The cards that I'm interested in this pack, I unfortunately already own. Moonblessed Cleric and Delina Wildmage. Moonblessed because I have a enchantments deck, and Delina because obviously of Varchild. Is there anything here that might be useful for me? Maybe Temple of the Dragon Queen if I make a dragon deck, or I think somebody I know has a dragon deck. Oh, excuse me. Whoa. Excuse me. Other than that, nothing too exciting. That's okay though. We have another shot. We have another pack. Should we open the next pack now? A bit more of the ASMR. Next pack. Ooh. The token at the back. At the back of the token, it has the information for Gelatinous Cube. It's more for D&D and not for Magic though. Shall we... Oh, wait. What? I am confused. So... I'm confused. So, there's the cube here. Info on the cube. And on the other side is the token. That's the Goblin token. It's a 1/1 goblin. Like literally that's it. That's all it is. It's a red goblin. But where should I start? Okay, the goblin was my token. Okay, good. The goblin was my token. Because then afterwards it's a card back. So the goblin is the token. The first card in the pack is not the land, but no, it is what? Oh, I see. So the information card is actually the art card. That's the gelatinous cube. Reminds me of the slime from Minecraft. Like literally, it even has. I love how the captured. I think those are skeletons. The captured skeletons look like the eyes of the cube, and it looks like the cube is eating this other soldier. Very nice art, actually. Very thoughtful design. Like using the skeletons as the quote-unquote eyes, or it suggests the eyes of the gelatinous cube. Pretty cool. And also, yeah, reminds me of the slime from Minecraft, or the head of a creeper. Pretty nice. And our land is the island. It's simply a basic land. Flavor text again is a DM prompt, and it reads: after careful study, you've determined that the giant ruins served. What? Sorry, let me reread that. Let me pick up the card. After careful study, you've determined that the giant ruins serve to track the movement of the planets, and they will soon align once more. That's cool. The alignment of the little ruins corresponds to the alignment of the planets. Now, another franchise that I've been interested in but not really like super into trying out is Warhammer. I've been reading about the lore, and there's this. Sorry, I don't know a lot about this, but I just know that there is this artifact in one of the factions that can literally control the universe. Like if you pluck out one of the stuff inside that device, you could literally get rid of an entire galaxy. Fortunately, that device is being protected by probably one of the most... What are you doing up there? One of the most pacifistic factions in Warhammer. So we're not in any imminent danger, but I just find it fascinating that in this universe, the Warhammer universe, there's this artifact that can control the universe basically from a little tiny artifact. Kind of like the ruins in this island. And apologies, for whatever reason, today they decided to do construction. Oh my gosh, how much construction are you gonna do? Oh well, we live with it, I guess. Hopefully in future streams, like on Saturday, we won't have this sort of issue anymore. By the way, on Saturday, we're gonna probably do Monster Hunter. Most likely Monster Hunter. And then we'll open, at the end of the stream, we'll open one pack of Double Masters. One draft pack of Double Masters. Next card is Pixie Guide. 1 in the blue for a fairy creature that's a 1/3 with flying that says grant an advantage. If you would roll 1 or more dice, instead roll that many dice plus 1 and ignore the lowest roll. Now that is a useful common. Very useful common. It allows you to re-roll one of your die rolls just in case you don't want them. Very useful for any deck that aims to roll dice. I do not know how this affects the odds, but definitely rolling 2 instead of 1 and then choosing one of the 2 rolls is much better than just rolling 1 and sticking with the result. It's not like you ignore the first roll and then you just whatever the second roll, that's what's gonna happen. It specifically says ignore the lowest roll. I don't know how much also that'll screw up some possibilities. Like, I don't think you would ever just want the lower effect though. The effect of a lower roll in this set. I think you always want the higher roll. So yeah, very useful little utility creature in die roll decks. I like it. Not that I'm gonna build any die roll decks anytime soon, but yeah, I like it. Next card. Next card is Horde Robber. Horde Robber is a 1 in a black for a Tiefling Rogue 1/3. Whenever Horde Robber deals combat damage to a player, create a treasure token. And then, yeah, that's it. That's it. It's nice. Treasure tokens are nice. I think what I like about treasure tokens is that they don't feel too overpowered, but they still feel powerful. Like, you would still want to consider any effect that makes treasure tokens. Like, temporary mana is pretty good, even though it's just temporary. Also, the fact that they're artifacts, right? Come on, please, stop. Can you not? Can you not? Can you not? Are you gonna? Okay. It's like it's trying. Like, whoever is operating that drill or whatever power tool that is timing their operation with my talking. That's so annoying. Oh well. Flavor text. And to think a year ago, I was picking pockets in Waterdeep. If only getting rich was that quick, no? Please don't be like this Tiefling Rogue. Don't steal. It's never worth it. I wanted to say more, but I want to keep this stream family friendly. So let's just move on to the next card. Hired Hexblade. Hired Hexblade is a 1 in a black elf warlock creature, 2/2 elf warlock creature that says when Hired Hexblade enters the battlefield, if mana from a treasure was spent to cast it, you draw a card and you lose 1 life. Card draw on a 1/2 creature, not no 1 to cast. 2 to cast 2/2 creature. What am I trying to say? It's not bad. The lose 1 life, if you have 40 life to begin with in Commander, it's not a big deal. The card draw is more important. It replaces itself essentially. Flavor text: I'll take care of it. You must be sure to hold up your end of the deal. Again, not bad, not bad. Next card. Ooh! Next card is a classic D&D creature. It's a Mimic. Mimic. It's a 2 to cast artifact treasure. So it's not a creature, it's just a treasure. It says sacrifice Mimic, add 1 mana of any color. This is consistent with all treasures. Treasures are artifacts that have tap, and then you sacrifice it, and then you add 1 mana of any color, so it does the same thing. But it has an additional effect. Yeah, quote-unquote treasure. This is why. For 2 mana, Mimic becomes a shapeshifter artifact creature with base power and toughness 3/3 until end of turn. Ayo, it becomes a creature. Becomes a 3/3 shapeshifter. If you're building a treasure deck, maybe this could be a good like sub for one of your creatures. It's okay. It's okay. I think there will be other Mimic type cards in the next D&D set that's more evocative of the it's a trap sort of feature of Mimics. So this one kind of is not a trap. You can literally see what will happen. It becomes a 3/3 shapeshifter. I'm not sure. I'm gonna check the Baldur's Gate set. Next card is Lightfoot Rogue. So I guess this pack is all about rogues. Lightfoot Rogue is a 1 in a black halfling rogue, 2/1 halfling rogue that has the ability Sneak Attack. Whenever Lightfoot Rogue attacks, roll a d20. On a 1 and a 9 result, Lightfoot Rogue gains Death Touch until end of turn. On 10 to 19, it gets +1/+0 and gains Death Touch until end of turn. So similar to the 1 to 9, but you also get a little power boost. Then at 20, it gets +3/+0 and gains First Strike and Death Touch until end of turn. First Strike and Death Touch is a scary combination. It's scary because you get to deal your damage first, and because you have Death Touch, you will just kill whatever is blocking you, right? It's almost like indestructibility in combat. Now, what I'm not sure of, and again, this is one of those things I really have to like learn. I've been playing Magic for so long, I still don't know how it interacts. I don't know how First Strike and Death Touch interacts with multiple blockers. Like if multiple creatures are blocking Lightfoot Rogue, I'm not sure how that works. But yeah, in 1-to-1 combat, any creature with First Strike and Death Touch will 100% win the trade, no matter what. And that's what makes Lightfoot Rogue, if you get the critical roll, okay. Okay, next card. We still have not anything from our wishful thinking list. Trickster's Talisman. It's an artifact equipment for blue mana. It is 2 to equip, so meaning you pay 2 anytime you could cast a sorcery, then you attach it to a creature you control. So like I said, it's an equipment. And what does it do? Invoke Duplicity. Are you done? Are you done, sir? Anyway, equipped creature gets +1/+1 and has, whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, you may sacrifice Trickster's Talisman. If you do, create a token that's a copy of this creature. Wow, okay. Okay. Whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, you may sacrifice. Oh, okay. Okay, not bad. Not bad. If you want to make copies of your creatures, not bad. Although it requires combat, and there's the Venn diagram of creatures that want to be copied and combat and blue has a very tiny overlap. I don't think that the overlap is too big between those three effects. Next card. Next card is Feywild Trickster. 2 and a blue for a Gnome Warlock, a 2/2 Gnome Warlock. Whenever you roll 1 or more dice, create a 1/1 blue fairy dragon creature token with flying. Hey, it works with the token that we got in the first pack. Another one of those die roll payoffs. You don't really need to get any particular result. The moment you roll 1 or more dice, create a 1/1 token, and these tokens could be fairly versatile. You could use them in combat, deal damage to your opponent, you can use them to block, you can sacrifice them for other effects. Yeah, plenty good. Flavor text says, unlike most warlocks, those who make pacts with the Archfey are drawn to pranks and whimsy more so than death and darkness. I might need to end the stream soon. There's like way too much going on right now. Probably not the best time to stream. We'll go through the entire pack, of course, but the planned deck tech of my recently built John Ireneco's deck, we might need to move over on Saturday. I hope there will be no more construction by then. Next card. Next card is Scaled Herbalist. It's a 1 in a green for a 1/3 Lizard Druid that says you may put a land card from your hand onto the battlefield. A very good little acceleration card. Gives you another land drop for that particular turn. I could help you, or I could eat you for lunch. I haven't decided yet. That's what the Herbalist is saying. Herbalist, not to be confused with the Arbalest. One shoots arrows, one heals arrow wounds. Next card. Defender's Torch. It's another equipment. 1 in a white for an equipment. A white equipment. One shoots arrows, the other does weed. Herbalist and Arbalist. Yeah. Equipped creature gets +1/+1, and whenever equipped creature attacks, venture into the dungeon. Flavorful. Oh, is it Delver? Oh yeah, it is Delver. Sorry, I read it as Defenders. I'm reading it off of OBS, and my OBS screen is quite tiny. I should have read it like from the stream. Delver's Torch. Yeah, Delver, not Defender. Sorry. Why would the Defender go into a dungeon anyway? You're right. It's the Delver's Torch. Not all of us have... What? Does it say? Is that kind of meta? Here's a question for the D&D players out there, for those who are avid D&D fans. Do characters, NPCs in D&D know the name of their abilities? So like, if I had dark vision, would I actually know that it's called dark vision? I don't know, because the flavor text of this spell, I don't know if it's a meta, if it's a meta commentary, but it says not all of us have dark vision. Okay, I see. So the idea, the flavor text here is like the guy holding the torch is saying not all of us have dark vision. Okay, so I don't know if dark vision is the name of that ability in the D&D world. I don't know if they know that we call that ability dark vision. So interesting. The eyes of this guy is just pure black. It's probably not gonna be seen all that well on stream, but the eyes are just pure black. Like, okay, so probably not in the same words. Like, to us, it's dark vision, but to the character itself, it's, I don't know, night seeing light. That's what I was thinking too, right? Like, they probably don't know the name, but they probably describe it in a different way. Although, yeah, so maybe this flavor text is kind of meta. It's like somebody complaining about him not having dark vision. Alright. Down to our last two cards. One of this is the rare. The second one is probably, like I said a while ago, probably a random foil, probably a mythic, probably a card from the list. My hope is it's not a random rare, the last one. And my hope is whatever this rare is that we're about to flip right now is in our wishful thinking list. I want it to be the no bone, but I'm not. I don't have high hopes. It's not that we'd know anyway, unlike Jumpstart where we could figure it out before we flip the card. So this could be any one of the however many rares and mythic rares there are in this set. You ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? What is this? Oh, I caught a glimpse. A slight glimpse. Doesn't seem to be a colored card, so this could be Book of Exalted Deeds. Seems to be a black card. Oh, it is a land. It's Hive of the Eye Tyrant. Hive of the Eye Tyrant. Okay, let me check. Give me a second. It's not one of the sought after. I mean, it still has value. It's probably the most expensive card we pulled today. It has value. I could probably trade it for a treasure vault plus a bit of cash, I think. So what is it? It's a land that says, if you control 2 or more other lands, Hive of the Eye Tyrant enters the battlefield tapped. So if this is not one of your first lands you play, it'll come into play tapped. If it's one of the first, then it comes into play untapped. Then you can tap it to add black mana, which is not the most interesting thing. Of course, almost all lands produces mana. What's interesting is its other ability. For 3 and a black, until end of turn, Hive of the Eye Tyrant becomes a 3/3 black Beholder creature with Menace, and whenever this creature attacks, exile target card from defending player's graveyard. It's still a land. So It's a land that turns into a creature. In Magic, we call that a man land. A 3/3 Black Beholder creature is fine. But I think what I like about this card is it's a graveyard hate card on the land slot. Still outclassed by Bojuka Bog, I think, but it's more surgical. Like if you just want to get rid of one particular card, I don't know why you would want to do that instead of just getting rid of the entire graveyard. But if you just want to get rid of one card, this is good. I like that it's a creature. It could block in a pinch. Like if you're gonna die anyway, just pay 3 in a black and it becomes a blocker. You lose a land, but hey, at least you don't lose the game. So yeah. Also don't see running this in any of my existing decks. But it's not bad. It's not bad. I have one more card, of course, and like I said, this could just be a random old foil. Or it could be a mythic, or it could be one from the list. So let's see. Oh, it's blue. Oh shoot, it's blue. I saw it's blue. I don't want to be too excited yet. If it's a blue rare, it's probably good. But if it's just a random foil, it is. Oh, it's not blue. I thought it was blue. It's just it was just the reflection. Unfortunately, it's just a potion of healing. One in a white, is that? Yeah, one in a white for an artifact that says when potion of healing enters the battlefield, draw a card. So it replaces itself at least. When sacrifice potion of healing, you gain 5 life. Magic can't knit the body back together, but the courage to fight on comes only from within. Not the best. Not the best pack opening we've done so far. I do like that we have another copy of Delina and we pulled the Eye Tyrant. I think they at least Hive of the Eye Tyrant probably pays for the pack, essentially. Yeah, more or less paid for the pack. Delina, I don't think is worth much right now. Oh, $2. So we're probably like half a pack below value or something. Not lucky today, unfortunately. But that's okay. I'm still happy with our pulls. Yeah, so I'll be ending the stream in a bit. Don't know if I should raid someone today. I have not been good at, like, I've been kind of failing the raids recently. Like, I've not been able to select like often when we raid someone, it's not the most like engaging, I guess. So I don't know. Wait, let me change to another screen I prepared for specifically this type of like thing, right? Like when we're done with stuff and we're just winding down. Oh no, this is a one moment screen. Anyway, maybe I need to fix this a bit. So I saw on Paul's stream his PRB or one moment screen. He has set up like the chat is on the left side and then some events happen on the right. I haven't really tested if those work. I don't know if somebody follows, it'll actually show up. Haven't tested it on live yet. Chat should appear on the left, but since chat has been kind of quiet, nothing will show up on the left side. So yeah. Just sorting out a few more things about the stream. It's a work in progress. There's one thing I would like to address though. Address, wow, as if something big is about to happen. Pack opening is kind of I would say it's a little expensive, you know, buying packs. So I'm thinking on Thursdays we make it the more, maybe more variety stuff. Like apart from opening packs, I could also maybe show off more of my decks, do a deck of sorts, and then maybe, I don't know, play some games. Saturday would still be the primarily gaming stream where I play either Monster Hunter, Genshin, or whatever else. I'm thinking of spacing the gacha streams a bit. No, not every week, but maybe every other or once a month or something like that. So yeah. On Saturday we play Monster Hunter and we open one more pack. The last pack that I have, Dual Masters 2022. And yeah. I would unfortunately have to postpone the deck of Irenicus because the construction is kind of getting louder and louder. So hopefully on Saturday we won't have that issue anymore. So yeah, I suppose that'll be it. I'd see you again maybe on Saturday. I know some of you are working right now, so I hope you have a fun day at work. however impossible or possible that may be, I hope you have a fun day today at work. I hope you won't encounter anything too difficult or stressful. And I hope you get enough rest also later. I'll see you again on Saturday, right? Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Hey, see, your chat appeared in like the lower left corner of the screen. So that's how it looks like. Okay. Anyway. Bye bye. Bye bye. Do you like my little end screen though? I made that too. I'm an animator now. Bye bye. Thank you. Bye.